in the capital, in the auto leasing already?
No, these aren't to be leased, these are outright purchase.
Did we budget? My question is, did we budget for this originally, or do we need to move some money?
No, we did budget,
Okay.
yeah. In fact, we have quite a bit more than in that line item that is required for this particular purchase.
Second.
Discussion?
I looked at this price that they have on these. This is a 3/4 ton crew cab. That's very reasonable. I know I recently purchased one myself, and I didn't get this good deal.
Well, yeah, this involves rolling down your own window, so.
Mine is too.
All right. I got manual windows on mine. Okay.
You can ask Chief Gorman.
Further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. I see Mr. True made it back to court. Mr. True, would you like to make a public comment and your comments on the tax rate this time?
I speak only in public here. I couldn't speak in private office.
We're done. Oh, these are
I just want to take a few minutes to commend the Commissioners Court for
not really.
proposing
They're shy.
a budget tax proposal that I think is one of the most progressive and farsighted that has been brought forward from this body in several years. And I appreciate it as a citizen of Smith County, and I know the employees of Smith County appreciate what this court's trying to do. And I think it's, in the end, realizing the tax rate is one of the lowest there is in the state now and will remain so. My understanding is the tax exposure of an average person in Smith County is somewhere between $250 to $500 per year. The increase will be anywhere from, what, $20 to $40, $20 to $50, something like that?
$40 on the average home value.
Right, which is, what is that, a cup of coffee once a month? Starbucks, I guess, if you go somewhere else. Your D's might be a little cheaper, you might have to go there a couple of times. But you get to smoke in there, so it's okay. But I just think it's a commendable thing that you're doing. It's something that has been needed to be done for a while. It recognizes the plight, and I use that term, not plight of these employees who have shouldered the burden of this government for the past some years. And I think it's time that that sacrifice that they have made be recognized and be rewarded. The overall cost to the average taxpayer in Smith County is negligible at best as a result. And the improvements that can be made and the lives that can be helped by doing this far outweighs the $3 a month that the average person in Smith County will spend. So I appreciate what you're doing, and I applaud it, and I look forward to more planning, foresight, strategy, infrastructure improvement, employee morale raising, which I think all of this will accomplish. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. True. Okay, moving to item 11, consider and approve a contract between Smith County and the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, DFPS, Child Protective Services, CPS, for Title 4E legal services to be effective September 1st, 2007. Mr. Gary?
Actually, Judge and Commissioners, if we could take number 11 and 12 together here.
I'll go ahead and read number 12 then. Consider and approve a contract between Smith County and the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, DFPS, Child Protective Services, CPS, for Title 4E Child Welfare Services to be effective September 1st, 2007.
Judge and Commissioners, these two contracts are with the Department of Family and Protective Services, and what this is for the child welfare services in the county. One contract addresses child welfare services, the other contract addresses the legal services the county provides for child welfare services. In other words, it's the district attorney's office provides legal counsel and representation for CPS, and that's what these two contracts are for. They're expiring, and these are renewals.
Thank you, Mr. Gary. Do you have a motion? So moved. Discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Gary. Number 13, consider and approve a modification and renewal for the health services agreement at the Smith County Jail between Correctional Health Management, Inc., CHM, and Smith County.
Judge and Commissioner, some time ago, the court approved a modification on this contract which reduced the amount we were paying for pharmaceuticals, but the court did not approve a renewal at that time. The modification that was drafted, and CHM actually drafted that, had the reduction which was already approved. It also has renewal for 1 year. At this time, I think the Sheriff's Office wants that 1 year renewal because we're going to need that 1 year to look at other options or continue with CHM. So this basically, if you boil it down, will be the approval of the renewal for 1 year of this contract.
Will be approved.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, number 20, consider setting a date and time for public hearing for Smith County to continue taxation of goods in transit pursuant to Texas Tax Code, Section 11.253.
What this is in the past, the ability to tax as property tax inventory when it's been in transit, and there's definitions of that and how long it sits in a warehouse. In the past, local governments have had the ability to tax those goods in transit. If they meet that definition, they sit in inventory for a certain amount of time. The legislature is, in general, taking away the option to tax those goods when they sit in inventory for a certain amount of time, unless a local taxing entity like Smith County wants to vote and opt to go ahead and tax them the way it has been done in the past. So basically what they're doing, instead of saying this stuff is automatically taxed, like you're saying it's not going to be taxed unless the local government says we want to continue to tax it. And that's what this is.
And we can set a date at any time.
Yes, Your Honor.
So was this another item we could take up on August 27th?
Yes, Your Honor.
I move we set a hearing to continue taxation of goods in transit pursuant to Texas Tax Code Section 11.253 for August 27th at 10 a.m. or immediately following the hearing. The hearing for the placing of no parking signs on County Road 2144.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Number 22, consider and approve interlocal agreement between Smith County and the City of Bullard for Able Term and Satellite Tax Office. Mr. Gary.
Judge and Commissioners, actually, I just drafted this agreement, but I can tell you what the terms are. We've had a satellite tax office in there for automobile registration for some time. And we also have, we're providing able term for the Bullard Police Department. So what we've done is we've basically cleaned up work on paperwork, so we have documentation of for the agreements. It's an exchange for able term. We're getting leased each year for that tax office in the City Hall. So basically, it's just a swap of the value of the able term and the office space.
Thank you.
Move we approve.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Number 23, consider and approve minutes of the Commissioners' Report for the month of July 2007.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Number 24, receive into the minutes the Commissioners' Court takes for the month of July 2007.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Number 25, discuss, consider, receive, and/or adopt any and all reports and recommendations from the Smith County Buildings Task Force or subcommittee thereof. I know this is a standing item. I think it just got placed on here inadvertently. I don't believe there's been a meeting. We will have our meeting tomorrow, so unless there's discussion on that item, we'll move to 26. Report on Smith County Jail inmate status and related information. Chief?
Good morning, Judge and Commissioner.
Good morning.
We have 43 felon inmates, 695 in Smith County Jail, 281 transported out, a total of 976. We have 23 scheduled to go to TDC this week, 60 paper ready. So far this budget, we spent $3,253,842. Pete for Smith